Straight out the heart of the South Central. K-Town where you show they can get your issue. Pistol poppers, I know killers that won't miss you. Bike gang, it's all riders, we so cocky. I'm the cat that pack Kobe on his back after work. 60 points your last game when you left us, it hurt. Hit up death at the stove, infant cold is berserk. Our PBS is so impressive, we light up the earth. Since birth, I put in work, kick out the district. So many fights on sites kept getting suspended. It's been ballin', your bitch, the luxury lieutenant. This fly shit could be done if I didn't invent it. I'm priority, Master P, there's no limits. I broke till glass ceiling with my first million. I couldn't do it without my wife and all my children. Ain't stopping no time soon, dog. I need a billion.
My life is more than money and jewelry. My story's so crazy, dog. I said make a movie behind the baller. I went from playing sports to exotic whips. Ain't gotta tell me, dog. I know I'm the shit behind the baller. My life is more than money and jewelry. My story's so crazy, dog. I said make a movie behind the baller. I went from music exec to this podcast. Now I finally feel at home at last.
I was the only Asian that had game in Albany High. Now I'm on 2K20, dog. Don't look surprised. Built my enterprise, made my haters realize. Even though I'm washed up, not the motherfucker to try. Cover your eyes, my shit is blind. I leave you crying. Collaboration with Moodle Kami, it's just one of a kind. International, used to flip burgers at King. Like Martin Luther, bitch, yes I had a dream. Call up the queen, give up my price for a royal ring. When it's completed, still undefeated like the money team. This Mayweather feel better than Jackie Onassis. Pull up on me, you gon' find out who is the fastest. I'm the greatest, but not a Muslim, something like Cassius. Put the double B logo on side of my glasses. Rest in peace, Nip Huss, you forever lasting. I'ma keep this shit lit for the homies with cash.
My life is more than money and jewelry. My story's so crazy, dog. I said make a movie behind the baller. I went from playing sports to exotic whips. Ain't gotta tell me, dog. I know I'm the shit behind the baller. My life is more than money and jewelry. My story's so crazy, dog. I said make a movie behind the baller. I went from music exec to this podcast. Now I finally feel at home at last.
Now everybody got their pennies in a bunch. When I say I'm the number one jeweler in the world, it's facts. You know I'm blunt, Drizzy, Drake, Justin Bieber. You see how they stunt. $1 million in the mouth, now some expensive front. A sneaker piece for the NFL, hungriest bunch. Keep feed me, I need breakfast, dinner, and lunch. Jay-Z, what type of funk for the rock chain? Rose gold, flip it over and engrave a name. I'm legendary, you sensitive cats are so scary. When it's showtime, I'm Magic Johnson, James Worthy. How about the minivan, rocking my vans, knocking the bass guy? It's what I let her do, it's really not a fucking job. Illegal cartel, this shit is so official. Behind the baller, this what hard work can get you. If I offend you, oh well, go tell the one who sent you. It's been baller, your bitch, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
Behind the baller, my life is more than money and jewelry. My story's so crazy, dog. I said make a movie behind the baller. I went from playing sports to exotic whips. You gotta tell me, dog, I know I'm the shit behind the baller. My life is more than money and jewelry. My story's so crazy, dog. I said make a movie behind the baller. I went from music exec to this podcast. Now I finally feel at home at last. Behind the baller.
Take a puff of this VVS and put some luxury in your chest.
Behind the baller.
It's not been humble, it's been baller, representing the West.
Behind the baller.
I'm just a highly respected shit talking career in the flesh.
Behind the baller.
With the dopest podcast, Dust Brothers the best. Let's get it.
Yo, that's a brand new Behind the Baller theme music by my guys Illegal Cartel and produced by Gene Crenshaw. Yo, they literally, my dude put my entire life in a song and like, it's crazy, man. You fuck with the podcast heavy. I appreciate you again, Illegal Cartel. Yo, Behind the Baller now has theme music. I am your host, Ben Baller, and I'm feeling really, really, really good today. All right, yo, in this episode, I want to talk a little bit about cars. So I sold my McLaren 720S. I fucking love that car. I won't lie to you. That was the fastest car I've ever owned in my life. That motherfucker was just a little jet, but it just had to go. It was time. So yeah, the 720S is gone, aka the K-Town Destroyer 5. But the K-Town Destroyer 6 has arrived. I picked up a brand new Ferrari 488 Pista last week, and man, you know, there's new car smell, and then there's new Ferrari car smell. There's just nothing like that smell in the earth. Like, fuck. I mean, it smells better than your first crush's hair. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you smell, like 6th grade, 7th grade, and you smell that girl's hair and just smell like flowers. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of smells, do not ever put air freshener inside an exotic car. Don't be that dude. That's like, oh my God, man. It's just that's such a flagrant fucking violation. I might allow it inside a Benz or a BMW, depending on the air freshener, but definitely not a Rolls or a Bentley. And again, absolutely not inside a fucking exotic car. Okay? But understand, I love Air Spencer Squash. That is the best air freshener there is, period. I mean, I've been rocking with that for fucking, I don't even know how long, 30 years, 20 something years. That shit is just, god damn. I have 2 at any given time inside the minivan. But again, never an exotic. But that squash smell, it smells like Hello Kitty's pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's just so fucking good. But back to my pista, it's just fucking amazing. It's so smooth. It's so fat. This shit feels so solid. You know what I mean? It's just, tell you the truth, stock for stock, I think this thing is faster than my 720S. I'm not sure yet. I haven't gone like crazy with it, but it just feels super, it just fucking so nice to be back in, I mean, even though I have a Ferrari GTC, it just feels nice to be back in a solid, like real fast Ferrari. My 488 was cool, but this is like a whole different level. The Pista is just so fucking dope. I can't wait for my SF90 to get here. I'm excited. I saw the dash. That shit is so dope. All digital and LED and everything. But when my SF90 gets here, I don't know. I might have to hold this bitch too. I might have to have the SF90 and the Pista. I might have to have 2 destroyers for the first time, which has never happened, by the way. The blue Lambo SV was not a destroyer, FYI. But a lot of people ask me all the time, like, you do car episodes and stuff and everything else. And a couple of the next couple guests I have start talking about cars with them. And I also want to do a cannabis episode and things like that. And I'm just, we just getting started, man. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 11. But I do want to do a car episode that talks about all the cars that I've owned in the past and my honest review of all of them. And speaking of my past and speaking of cars, one of my hustles 15 years ago, like when I first got some paper, was I used to buy I bought, used exotic luxury cars and I rented them out. And, how I found out was through like a word of mouth of a homie or something. And I met a dude who was in the NBA. He was short on some cash. He got cut from the team and he went too hard with like stunting and stuff. And mind you, back then, 2004, 2005, like this was before people started going like to the car auctions trying to find like, now there's just fucking Rolls Royce Ghosts all over the place, high mileage and shit. But there's exotic cars at the auctions. You'll find them, you'll find a lot of shit. Cause remember, people don't make payments on a P1 or something that ends up at the auction. But this is like, this is a rare time. And found a dude who just he didn't want to fuck up his credit and he needed to get rid of a car. So, he was ghost balling. And I basically, he had a Phantom and it was like a $430,000 MSRP Phantom. And I grabbed that bitch for like just under $240,000. And, I had a couple cars. And I was renting them bitches out, and I rented out the Phantom for like $3,000 a day through word of mouth. Cause back then there was MySpace and stuff, but through word of mouth. And, I had a 360 Spider as well. And, I was renting that bitch out for like $2,500, like $3,000 a day. And, I had insurance covered. And like, it's crazy. One of the first people to rent it out was, for a music video. One time this D-boy, this dude was a street cat. He rented out the car for 2 weeks and paid me up front. And the car was insured, so I wasn't really tripping, But he rented out for 2 weeks and he just full pop, 3,000, And at the most, I had 3 cars. And they were always rented out. The crazy part is, before I had these cars for a full year, I had already made double the money of what I paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I'd already doubled my profit. So by the time I flipped the car, it was just like full profit, like all profit. Like I was caking really good off that shit, And Today they got that, what is that, Turo? But like Turo's like bullshit, you know? Like I don't even, I actually tell you the truth, I don't know anything about it. One of my employees had told me about Turo, but it's not as dope, obviously. I mean, maybe you can rent a Lamborghini or some shit. I don't really know. But if you ever need an exotic car, this is not an ad or nothing. This is family. If you ever need an exotic car, a luxury car, any kind of a nice car service, something, hit up Platinum Rent-A-Car. Platinum Rent-A-Car on Sunset Boulevard. Ask my boy Sammy. Tell him that Ben Baller sent you. He'll take care of you. And you know what's funny is people think that I rent my cars from Platinum Motorsports. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how? Like, you know, fucking dumb you sound. Like, I've never driven someone else's car. Like, it's one thing if I'm like, oh, let me drive the bitch, you know, because I want to see what a 918 feels like down the street or whatever. Or I just don't. That's just not my thing. I've never, anyone that knows me knows I just don't even hit people up. I don't hit up people for clients, for jobs, for business. Hey, you want to buy a check? I just don't. That's not me. I'm not rocking somebody else's fucking shit. I'm not borrowing somebody's clothes or wearing their shoes or the chain. It's just not me. It's just weird. Unless I made the chain, you know, it's just strange. Like, when did car shops loan out cars for like a year? Do you have any idea? Like, if you rented an exotic car for cheap, for like $100,000, right, a day, which is like really cheap for like a nice exotic car. Could you imagine it'd be like $365,000 for 1 year? You know how stupid people fucking must be? And marketing wise, it wouldn't make sense either too. Especially, you know, no one rents cars out with rims and exhausts and like other, you know, like aftermarket parts. Like, man, just, it really boggles my mind, like how fucking stupid some people are, you know? But anyways, speaking of Platinum, I don't know when the next quick strike is, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait for the next PML quick strike. I can't wait to straight pipe this pista and get it tuned by my boy, Alex Quintani. I just ordered the suspension. You know, I got the Novatech coming so I can slam this bitch on the ground, and that's just pretty much what I'm going to do to it. I think I'm going to keep the stock wheels in this time. I like the pista stock wheels. I just want to keep this motherfucker like as is. The bitch is ready to go. Just needs the exhaust, tune. Just needs to come down a little bit on that height. You know, I'm Asian. You know how we do. I do have some fire 3-piece fucking wheels coming. They fucking so hard, man. The motherfuckers is sick. And for my GTC Lusso, my GTC4 Lusso. So I got some wheels coming from my people over at AL13. It's more of a smaller brand, but they just really specialize in super quality wheels. They ain't some cheap shit at all, whatever. But more about cars and pro athletes. Not many pro athletes really know how to do their cars. You know, they just because they got paper, you know, they go, it's like, yo, man, go put some Forgiatos on a motherfucking Rolls Royce Cullinan and shit and call it a day. Like, all right, cool. But like really like tasteful shit, like really know how to get into cars, get into rare cars and do things and whatever. And it's easy when you know, you might be rich and everything, but it's really hard to get that taste level the right way, you know? Like Chris Mills. If you don't know who the fuck Chris Mills is, you know, just NBA player. He was a super legend in LA. One of the best possible players in high school, McDonald's All-American. This dude was the fucking man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to high school with Chris, and I've been friends with him for decades, and he was just the coldest when it came to cars, period. He was so serious with that shit. And even back in the day, this motherfucker had a BMW. He just always knew how to just hook cars up. And then he eventually opened up 310 Motoring. And 310 Motoring, Jesus, it's the most legendary motherfucking car shop, like maybe ever. You know, I mean, Platinum Motorsport is definitely, you know, they had a longer reign and everything, but just 310 was incredible. Like they were doing shit that no one ever heard of, black owned. It was just fucking crazy. And at that point, nobody could fuck with Chris. C Mills had it just hemmed up, you know. And he just had that eye. He knew how to do everything, just all the details. He was like one of the first guys to do all that stuff, to do the trim and match the just the delete the chrome and to body color, just everything. Again, the trim match and the just powder coating the fucking brake calipers and everything. And the only shop that even came close to 310 was Platinum anyways. And, you know, Chris Mills, you start fucking with Platinum, but he's doing lowriders and stuff now, like heavy, deep, like $300,000, $400,000 lowriders and stuff. And just everyone else copies now, you know, no one does the same work. And more importantly, you know, when your car leaves a shop, it don't have that same gangster touch that Platinum Motorsport does. You know, it's like other people try and they're not successful when it comes to it, you know. But one guy who is a pro athlete and knows and fully understands the whip game is Austin Rivers. Yep, that Austin, you know, used to be with the Clippers. Now he's with the Houston Rockets. Austin is actually my guest today on the show, and I think we're going to get into some cars. We'll talk a little bit about his whip game. I'm sure we'll get into it. But right now, Miles, hit me one time with that Lakey Lake, please. Yo, man, so we got a real special guest, and I'm actually in his dad's crib because he spent all his money on cars and everything. But I got my man, fucking Austin Rivers, in the house. Austin, what's good, man?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, you know how we get down, man. So what's going on with you right now? You just on the off season? You just getting ready and
Yeah, I'm just training and getting ready for the season. It's like 4 weeks away. Back with the Houston Rockets for one more year. So super excited about that. We got a great team. And I'm just out here in LA for the week, just training. So I needed somewhere to crash. So I'm staying over here.
Do you miss LA?
I do. I definitely took it for granted in terms of the quality of life every day.
Yeah.
You know, you wake up and it's 70, 80 degrees, beautiful outside, and you can do anything at any time. There's always something going on. But I can't complain, honestly. Houston's actually a dope-ass city, bro.
Come on, man. Papacitos, and all that shit.
Papacitos, yeah, man.
But no, the food here is crazy too. Obviously, it's just on a different level. But all right, man, fuck it. Let's get I want to get into like some basketball shit because you know what? You're the first basketball person I've interviewed on the show. I got some people coming up like Ben Simmons and people, but I have not interviewed anyone basketball wise. So it's
right.
like, last season, man, I was like wondering what was going through your mind when you got traded from Washington to Phoenix. And then getting signed by the Rockets into like a Mike D'Antoni offense. Like, what was going through your,
It was a whirlwind. It was the first time in my life where I felt like I didn't have control. I had got traded from LA to DC, and then within 2 months I was traded again and waived. I was trying to comprehend like how I went from having a career season the year before to now being traded twice and waived. So I'm just like, what is going on? What am I doing right or wrong? You start to question things. Obviously people don't understand the other side of it. I have family and people moving around with me that doesn't make it it's hard on them. But what you do is you just roll with the punches, and everything works out for a reason. Everything always has a way of working itself out if you keep your head down and you just stay trucking along, you keep working. And that's kind of what I did. And then when I saw the opportunity with Houston, I knew it was kind of just a match just by the way the style and they play and the way they play. And then, now I'm here, man. It's been a great situation. I got one more year there. And I'm very thankful to be playing on an amazing team, man. So we're excited.
I mean, a lot of people who are listening, my followers, my fans, yours. I mean, I don't think people actually know that we actually are friends in real life, So sometimes, even though me and you've gotten to a fight on the court, which is fucking ridiculous, I'm gonna beat your ass for that shit, because you had the goddamn referee ready to kick me out of the game. But like, you realize, even though me being a diehard Laker fan, when that shit happened, like, as a friend, I'm upset because I know what you told me, what your goals were and what you like had envisioned for the future.
Right.
You had told me kind of like a little bit, like, well, this is what I want to do. This is what I ideally want to be at. And when that happened, I was like, yo, bro, this can't be, but then you pulled it off and made it right. You know what I'm saying? So it scared me. And you know what I don't like is everyone talking the nepotism shit about his dad's on the coach. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, if you out there scoring buckets, like, fuck his dad got to do with it.
Right.
But I'm just letting you know, like, I was thinking about you, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
It pissed me off.
And one thing, obviously as well as just being in, I guess the public eye, for you, people are always going to have something to say, negative or positive. Both ways. It's just no matter what you do, who you are, no matter how amazing you're doing, someone will always have something to say. For me, my thing was always, my pops, but I've been getting that since I was a kid. My response to that is I played well before I was coached by my dad, and I'm playing well after I was coached by my dad, and I played well while being coached by my dad. So the chances are I'm just pretty good at playing well. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So people always have something to say.
No, I see the jokes on Twitter.
Well, that's everybody.
Yeah,
Again,
like,
name a player though. But name a player.
But the crazy part is when they're making jokes, you didn't busted 25 that night and busted people's ass. I'm like, yo, how y'all hating on?
Right. But, and that's where, listen, also you could take those things and use them as, motivation. And, for me, I have so much left to prove because I haven't achieved 90% of the things I want to do in the league. I got off to a slow start. And then now that I've, found a little bit of stability again and in a great situation, I'm still only 27 years old. Like this year, honestly, man, like no lies, the biggest year of my life.
You feel good?
I do. I feel in a great place.
I mean, you feel strong. You know what I'm saying? You feel strong.
No, healthy. I feel I'm 100% healthy. And we have a team that can realistically win, and I have a chance to be a really big part of that. You can't put a price on that.
I mean, bro, I was a degenerate gambler. I'm talking about basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Laker fan, but at the same time, I'm a realist. I know we suck, whatever. And
y'all don't suck, man.
You know what I'm saying? I know when we've sucked.
Oh.
And we've had our bad years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Smush Parker years and shit like that. You know?
Why, can I ask why everybody hates on Smush Parker? Why are the jokes so hard? I don't understand. Obviously, at that time, I was like 11 years old, 12 years old when he was playing.
No, what are you talking about? 2005, 2006? How old were you?
2005, 2006. I was like what? I'm trying to think. I'm 27 now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so you're 14. Yeah,
like 12, 13, bro. You know
okay,
what I mean?
Well, listen, I got nothing against Smush because he was a client of mine. He used to buy jewelry, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I almost felt like he wasn't, like, he didn't know he was playing in the NBA.
I don't know too much about him. I just know every time I see on Instagram, or there's a Kobe or somebody always says something about Smush Parker, bro. I'm just like, I don't understand.
I don't see much hate about him, but it's just, I don't know, man. So going on, man, on a sidebar, because, they bring up your pops, like this is a serious question. It's just completely just off the topic, man. If you and your dad got in a fight, like who would win, man?
Probably my pops.
Shut the fuck up, man.
I'll be the first to admit it. Like
your dad.
I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all.
He's 60, bro.
Bro, my dad's like 52, 53.
No, what?
My dad is not fucking 60. My mom just turned 60 and she's 3 years older than me. He's actually like 57.
This is my show, so I can fucking sit here and take as much time as I fucking want to. And there's no motherfucking way.
He's 57 years old.
Yeah, for sure?
I'm positive.
Then how come you said 53?
I don't know.
He's 57, you're right. 57, you think Pops would get you?
Man, he's a big dude, bro. He's a lot bigger than he's a big guy. Even though he was the same height, he's just like a big dude.
So I'm gonna tell you something funny.
You know what I'm saying? And he's been in probably a lot more scraps than I have.
Have you ever played at the Equinox on Sepulveda right by the 405? Like that big crazy joint.
Why would I be playing at the Equinox, bro?
A lot of pros played there.
Who?
There's just a lot of people. I mean, I've seen fucking back in the day, like a lot of Lakers did. Anyways, going on the off season,
funny, man.
I would go up there and play ball once in a while. And I'd see like Mike Dunleavy up there and random people. And I'll never forget. Do you remember Sedale 3? Or you're too young for that?
Who?
Sedale 3?
No.
Okay, played for Lakers. So anyways, we're playing ball and your dad is there. This is my freshman year, my redshirt freshman year in college. And I'm playing ball. And I'm hacking your dad a lot. I'm doing all kinds of dirty shit, everything else. And your dad's like, either he just retired or he was still playing. But he was killing me, man. This motherfucker was destroying me.
That's funny.
And I was like, what the fuck? But anyways, that was a joke question. I can't believe you answer this shit.
Nah,
so,
I mean,
so he's a beast then.
But yeah, he's just been like, bro, this guy from, obviously, I can hold my own. I'm not a dude that walks around puffing his chest out like, I want hands and smoke with anybody. But everybody knows me as the guy that is, I don't know how to say it, but it's just like I handle my own in terms of like if someone tries to come after me, especially on the court, basketball wise, then I've always been the guy.
Oh, speaking of which, what happened when that whole CP3 shit happened at Houston and all the drama? You know what I'm saying? The locker room and everything?
That was more public.
Bullshit, right?
It wasn't that serious. Like dudes were coming in the locker room just jawing back and forth. It wasn't no like brawl in the locker room type stuff like that. That was more media gas than anything. Because if it were that serious, bro, between me and CP, I would have never got traded. They would have never signed me to play with him last year. Yeah. That's how you know all that stuff is BS, because he would have been like, no, I don't want to play with him.
I mean, bro, why did you go so hard at me at the end of the game, the Lakers-Clippers game, when I'm sitting courtside? You got me the seats, bro. And fucking Scooter Braun, who's a Clipper season ticket holder, you know who Scooter Braun is, right?
Of course.
Scooter's like, yo, bro, what? Like, are you okay? And I was like, yo, bro, I didn't know what. In fact, like, I was looking like, yo, at first, like, what? Like, bro, you were screaming. I mean, motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, bro, you crazy? But anyways,
people thought we were serious for a second.
No, it was funny. It was funny. So you know what, man? This is something that's been on my mind because I wanted to ask you in text, but you know, you forgetting shit and everything. But now I have you on the show. Like, you think should James Harden have won MVP?
I mean, Giannis was definitely a deserving player just for the record of their team. But yeah, I mean, I'm always going to ride or die with, my guy. You know what I mean? And,
should he have won, bro? Yes or no, dog?
I think, yeah. I mean, the last person to average 36 points per game was Michael Jordan. That's what just happened, bro. My man scored 30 points in 30 straight games.
I'm going to fact check that later.
No, the 30 for 30, that was a real thing. Bro, how are you going to, come on, man.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, that's crazy that I didn't even think twice about that. Like
30 straight games with 30 points or more, man. You know what I mean? Like he's a special talent. He also, he could pass, rebound. People have always given him, shit about his defense. And last year, he, significantly increased his efforts on the other side of the ball. Listen, I think you could have went either way, and they obviously went with Giannis because James won the year before. But if you're asking me, like I would go with James.
Yeah, you motherfuckers is really like contenders for the chip again. It's crazy. So like having guarded Russell Westbrook for so long, right? I've watched games where you guarded him and everything, right? Like, how do you think he's going to fit into the Rocket system?
I think it's going to be great. People, I think, right now are questioning it because of the ball dominance of him and James, are both, I think, like 1 and 2 in the league. But James's style is so completely different than Russell. We were one of the slowest teams in the league last year, what people don't know.
Offensive-wise?
Offensive-wise, our pace. People usually don't think that because we're like top 2 or 3 in scoring every year. But our pace
like in total offense, you guys were up in the top 3.
Yeah, in scoring. In terms of points per game, we score usually the most points. It's
but
like
the tempo was slow. I'm
I'm
gonna watch some tape.
But we are one of the slower teams because the majority of our style is one-on-one with James. He dribbles a lot, or last year Chris Paul doing pick and rolls. So it's effective. But now that we have Russ, who plays at an extremely fast pace,
ridiculous,
it'll be such a good mix. We'll have both. We'll have that style where you have James and Eric and myself and guys who are really good one-on-one guys. Then we'll have Russell getting the boards and we're going.
But then if he gets the ball, y'all got to keep up with him.
Yeah, you got to run. I mean, that's easy. That's where you get easy buckets. Fast break points, open threes. Russell demands so much attention dribbling down the paint. He's one of the best attackers in the game. You spot up for 3 or cut to the basket, you get easy buckets. So I think it's going to be interesting.
You ever watch the early 80 games when like Paul Westhead was coach of the Lakers and like that do you know who Hank Gathers was?
Yeah, of course.
Like when he was at LMU, Paul Westhead was the coach there. Do you see how these guys running like 141-point games? Like they're running crazy fast tempo offense.
Right.
Like who the fuck? Like that? It's just I don't think that could ever happen again. It's just not.
Oh, I definitely do. Just because we shoot more threes now than any at any time in any era of basketball. It's the highest right now. Most
but
threes
not fast break threes.
No, but I mean, Steph, a lot of these people are starting to, have really changed the culture of basketball. And now,
nah, for sure,
teams are going like 4 guards on the court at one time with, 5 or 4 guards in a wing, or you know what I'm saying. So the game is definitely speeding up, and threes are becoming more of a must. Everybody wants shooting, and I think with that, you'll see more points put on the board.
Speaking of threes, man, how's your 3 game right now, man?
That's all I've been working on this summer, man. It's just threes, and you got to understand I'm playing with 2 of the most, one of the 2 most elite guards in the league. A lot of attention is going to be on them. So for me personally, playing with them this year, my goal is, everybody knows I could score kind of like one-on-one and stuff like that, but my goal is to really be a knockdown shooter to help them with space, and then on defense to give them a break, because I want to guard the best player on every team. So
that's dope, man.
That's what my job was.
Rise to the occasion.
Right, absolutely, man. So that's what
you just mentioned Eric Gordon's name, right? And he just got an extension.
Right.
So like that second unit, that's just you and him running the show.
He's starting. We're gonna start him.
Oh shit!
Starting at small forward.
Oh fuck!
That's what I'm saying. We're playing small, man. We're playing. It's gonna be Russ, James, Eric, PJ Tucker, and Clint Capella, and then the bench.
I thought he was second unit because you know what I'm saying, like that's when I saw
right. He used to be a second unit guy, and then they started him last year, and then it worked well in his shooting.
All right, well, fuck all that. What's he like, man?
Eric's a great dude, man. Very, very quiet. If you haven't met him, the chances are you probably never will. He's a very, very low key dude. Doesn't really go out ever.
For real?
Small circle.
I like his game, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. Eric's tough, bro. He's bulldog, man. Yeah.
He's an asset to the team, though, right?
Absolutely. Eric's big time. Like, a lot of guys sign contracts and you're like, man, that's crazy. Like, what he got, like, you know, Eric's worth every penny, bro. He's nice.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Lou Will, like he was one of my favorite players on Lakers, man. When he went to the Clippers, I was so bummed. And like, we talked to each other on Twitter and shit. He's like, yo, I got to get a chain. And I'm like, I'll give you a chain if you motherfucking sign back with the Lakers, you know? And like, I feel like Lou Will was really worth every single dollar of everything he got. But like,
he's worth more than what he getting paid. He's one of the more underpaid players in the NBA.
Right. I just wondered about what you thought about Eric Gordon. But like, so like, who's the biggest jokester on the team?
On the Rockets, man. I mean, honestly, it's probably James.
For real?
Probably James or myself.
I would say low key you. People don't know how much of a jokester you are.
No,
I know
people,
James too.
my humor comes across sometimes as like asshole-ish, you know what I mean? Because I'm very dry.
Yeah.
When people have no idea I'm actually kidding. You know, I'm not like I'm not a dickhead, I promise. I'm a very low key dude, and that's just kind of my humor. But I say me or James probably are the two guys that joke around probably the most. But also at the same time, we're like two of the more serious guys too. Like once it's game time, James really locks in.
No, I already know that.
Yeah, you know, obviously.
Like I said, I know James. He brought me out there when he launched his Adidas shoe, and I was really honored that he brought me out there and flew me out there.
Yeah.
Me, Nipsey, and all them. Rest in peace, Nip.
Yeah, 100%.
So like, you know, I was gonna talk about Washington because I remember I bought tickets to go see a game, and it was already too late because you were traded. And I was like, fuck all this. But I know DC. I know Houston too because I've been out of Houston a lot. I got a lot of fam out there, like homies and stuff. But like, you know, you're in LA for a minute, you know, and you know how it's here, and I know you know it's like in Orlando. But like, what's it like playing and living in Houston?
I love it, bro. It's been my favorite place to play.
Really?
Of all the teams I've played for in the NBA, the team that I've had the most fun, and I love the Clippers fans. I was very appreciative of my times there. But in terms of like the most fun I've had playing basketball, bro, like in front of a crowd, is the Rockets, bro. I love our fans, bro.
They're that supportive?
Bro,
Wow.
I love the Rockets fans, bro. I love the Rockets.
I mean,
Shout out to all the Rockets fans out there for real, man. I love the Rockets fans. I'm talking about just Houston fans in general, though, bro. Like they got a dope ass basketball team, obviously with us.
They got World Series contender team.
You got a great MLB team. You got a great NFL team. Like, bro, it's a very, very good sports town, man. And you know, we got a great hip hop culture down there.
Yeah, and of course.
You know, it's a dope city.
They got TV Johnny down there, dog.
TV Johnny, bro. Johnny Day, baby.
So hold on. But my question was, how was it like living down there though?
I love it, bro. It's similar to Florida, where I'm from. I'm from Orlando, Florida, which is very hot, humid, spread out suburban town.
Nah,
like that.
Man, that's way more country in Houston, dog.
No, bro. No, not in Orlando. See, when people think of Florida, like you think of Miami.
No, I know.
And
bro, remember, Tony Ku's my bro. You know, I used to go out to Orlando.
Okay,
I know.
yeah, right. So Orlando is not as
No, don't get me wrong. I'd rather be in Houston than be in Orlando, but I'm just saying, like I'm talking about, bro, like on a day to day, like you getting up and jumping in a big body in a spaceship and pushing around. Like you feel comfortable, you feel cool driving in Houston.
I'm good. I'm good out there, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we good out there.
Shit, man, that's cool, man. What's it like to play against your dad on the opposite sidelines?
I love it.
For real?
I love it.
I mean,
it's more enjoyable for me than playing for him.
I mean, like y'all have jabber out the mouth with each other and talk shit.
100%. 100%. Both playing for him and playing against him, we did that. You know what I mean? The experience playing for him was fun. The media and people around it really kind of did a good job of taking the joy out of it for me. There was so much negativity around it that me and my pops were so busy fighting off that we didn't actually get into time to like enjoy it together. It's never been done in the NBA before. So when it happened, people just didn't like it, and we were so busy always defending. We never really got an opportunity to sit back and be like, "This is pretty fucking cool, man." Like this is, and it's so crazy because I look at the culture now, and a shout out to LeBron James, obviously, and his son. But it's like people are like, "How cool would it be if LeBron got to play against his son or play with his son?" But then and they say the same thing about Zaire Wade and his dad, and this guy and this guy. It happened with me and my dad, and people were, so filled with hatred about it. It was always bewildering to me, but it was a great experience, and I don't take it back. But now I play basketball, and it's stress-free, pressure-free. I don't play for my pops. I play for the Rockets. Now I can just go back to hooping, the same thing I've been doing my whole life, and playing against them, bro, is
I mean, when y'all beat the Clippers, right? Did he text message you after anything? Did he say?
Nah. He don't want to talk to me when we beat them. It's going to be different this year because they actually have title hopes. You know what I mean?
We're going to get into that in a minute.
Right.
We're going to get into that in a minute.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like when y'all be like last year when y'all won, like if you walked over and tapped him on the ass, a good game, Dad. What do you like? Be like, what the fuck?
He'd be like, I apprate it, man. He's been around the game for 37 years.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He ain't like that.
Okay.
we most times that's with anybody. You know what I mean? When the game's over, usually guys are like, not. I'd say not immediately when the game's over. Guys are a little hot. You gotta let them cool down. But my pops is a coach, so he's a little bit more,
Plus he played, man. He played.
Yeah, right.
Where were you when you found out about Kawhi and George going to the Clippers?
I was out here.
Shit.
Yeah, I was out here. I don't know what I could say on here. I knew it was going to happen without saying too much. I already knew it was coming before, the rest of the world was trying to figure out when he was going to go to the Lakers or not.
I'm going to be real with you. Deep inside, I heard Kawhi was coming to the Lakers, bro. I'm telling you straight up.
Right, like when that rumor started, like we had over here, we had that was never real to us.
Okay.
And I say us, I should say him because I don't fucking have anything to do with the Clippers. But
like, when did you talk to your dad about it?
He wouldn't tell me anything about it, bro.
What?
No, I would ask him, like, what are you doing with Kawhi? He's like, I don't know. We don't know yet. They kept it very close to the chest because you got to remember who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
They're dealing with Kawhi. So if anything came out.
He's a weird dude. Yeah.
He's a very quiet to himself guy. So he's not going to go to an organization who embodies something different than how he rolls. So they kept everything close to the chest. I think the Lakers media
so stupid,
and
man.
fans, they mean well and they're so passionate.
Yeah,
but all of that stuff is what pushed Kawhi away because he's not about a lot of those things.
I know.
You know what I mean? So I think all the leaks, Kawhi met with so-and-so today. He's probably like, why are y'all telling them? You know what I mean? Like he's I do think that's part of the reasons why Kawhi decided to go to the Clippers. And I also think he sees himself as the best or wants to be the best. So I think he doesn't want to join the best, even which is LeBron. I think he wants to go against him.
I mean, bro, it's going to be interesting. I'm just, I'm born and raised here in LA. Was your pop surprised? Did he seem like he was surprised that it happened or?
No, I think as soon as they got Paul George, they knew it was a done deal. That was the goal. I think that's why Kawhi was waiting so long. He's waiting for the Clippers to be able to find a great player to go along with him. And once I saw Paul George sign there, then I knew what was about to happen next.
All right, man. So enough of the West Coast, man. Enough of the Western Conference shit. Who do you think's coming out of the Eastern Conference this season? Like, who do you think's coming top?
I'm going with Philly.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly.
You don't think Milwaukee got
Milwaukee? Milwaukee's another one. Yeah, I'd say between Philly and Milwaukee.
All right, well,
with Giannis on the floor, man, anything's possible.
At first I didn't really fuck with dude, and I know it's real racist to be like, and not racist against blacks, racist against Americans to like non-Americans and stuff, whatever. But like, I was like, bro, man, I'm tired of hearing about this dude, man. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna watch 5 games and pay attention to him. I'm like, this motherfucker's out of his mind, bro. This guy's fucking insane. This guy's like, he's fundamentally sound. He got everything. He's a beast.
Yeah, no, he is. His length and his skill set is a lot of things he has. You can't teach his athletic ability. His ability to be able to dribble the ball at that speed. At that length. This guy can get down to the court.
I feel like he had a lot of naturally gifted shit too, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's he has stuff like I said. You have stuff you can't teach. He's 7 foot with the speed of a guard. These are things that you just can't. You just don't find, man. His length, he dunks sometimes and his feet are barely off the ground. I mean, he's just he really is a freak. That's why they call him the Greek freak, man. He's a beast.
Where were you when you found out that Anthony Davis got traded to the Lakers?
I don't know where I was at, but actually I think I was down in Florida. I was with my son. I was down in Orlando with my family.
That was a big deal, bro.
yeah, it shook up the West a little bit. This is going to be the greatest year.
Even with Kawhi and Paul George and everything, right? We're still 2-1 favorite to win the NBA Finals. Like, it's crazy with that AD, LeBron, and fucking. It's weird. It's. I think we're gonna do well. The chip. I don't know, man. It's tough.
I don't think y'all gonna win it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're gonna win it.
I think Houston's gonna do their thing.
All right. I mean, I would never think otherwise. Like, what am I gonna?
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I would never think.
But let's just be real. Let's just be real.
No, we have a real chance, bro.
Russell's a fucking animal, and so is fucking Harden. So are you, Gordon. I mean, damn. PJ.
We got dog. PJ's a dog, bro.
I just feel like PJ just focused on sneakers too much, man.
Nah, man. That's listen. Everybody has their thing, right? Everybody has, you name a player, I would say LeBron, but he has a little bit of everything. He's on a different level. But everybody has, like, mine's cars. Ben Simmons likes cars, and this guy likes music, and this guy does fashion. And PJ's thing is sneakers and fashion, man. That's his thing. That's his niche. Russell, another guy, puts a lot into fashion.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, he's worried too much about his outfits. I mean, at the end of the day, when the ball goes up, PJ plays hard every game.
The two worst fights I ever got in my life in the NBA, the two worst. Well, no, me and Boogie Cousins got into it where they had to get up, like we was about to get into it like hands. Me and Russell,
you would have died.
I know, bro. You don't think I know that? I was gonna get my gun and shoot that motherfucker, man. But Russell and me got into it, and it stopped the game, and they were talking about it on the television, and people didn't know. And then the fucking police came and tried to escort me out. I was like, bro, listen, that's my boy, man. That's like, we're fucking homies. Like, we follow. That's the dude. Follow me on Instagram. That's my boy. Like, It's funny. Russell's a beast. He might not even know what the fuck's going on in the game, except for the game. Like, he's focused on that shit. Right. Anyways, man. So you were drafted into the lottery.
Right.
You went to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And right now they got a lot of young good players and stuff, right? What's it like being a rookie in NO?
Man.
A lot of good food, but
they got a lot of good food. They got a lot of good food, man.
There's not much else. There's not a lot of extracurricular activities out there, right? Like, no.
I mean, I didn't really explore too much in that city, but
yeah.
One thing I do love is the food is really good there. And
bro, I've gained 11 pounds in that city before in a week.
You could definitely get fat quickly there, but the people there are very just like easygoing, man. Friendly people. Very accepting of all cultures, which is kind of nice, man. So
after Katrina, I kind of just didn't. It just kind of was weird for me. But I don't know negative shit. I'm saying, But Zion's there. Dog, I need your honest opinion, bro. You think he was gonna bust some ass this year? Or you think he's gonna be
who?
Zion?
I mean, the jury's out. Again, he has things like we talk about Giannis. You talk about skill set and fundamentals aside. He has things that you just can't teach. He has God-given abilities that.
That's what I think.
Are
But he's also he's like 280.
Zion has those similar things, and the speed and the velocity. I mean, the power this guy can move at with that weight is just not seen.
Okay,
I think he could have been a superstar in the NFL too. My God,
in the NFL, in what position, bro?
Bro, he's 280.
He's too big, bro. What the fuck you talking about? He's gonna be fucking.
Yeah, you know how fast that dude is. At that speed, can you imagine him being a linebacker or a tight end going up for a pass? Nobody can jump up there with him, and he's
Couldn't
humongous.
be a linebacker, bro. But if he was a tight end, Gronk would be done. It'd be over.
He would be an incredible tight end. He's built for football.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen his hands. If he's graceful, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, no, we don't know these things, but I mean, his body is built for baseball.
Okay,
but
well,
I mean, he's the number one pick in the draft.
Listen, man. I was a big fan of Blake when he was at Oklahoma, right? He was a beast. This motherfucker was just like, it looked like he was playing against little boys, right? Do you think, I'm just asking, just your opinion, right? I don't want nobody to get mad, nothing. Just out of your opinion, do you think Zion will make that at least a bigger impact than Blake did when he finally got into the...
Well, I mean, I think if he does anything similar to that, that would be a successful pick, right? If Zion turns out to be a Blake Griffin, would they be happy with that? I think the answer would be yes. You would have to be.
Who do you think has a better jumper?
Well, yeah, Blake's a much better shooter than Zion. No, I mean, Zion's just so raw. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have those abilities yet. He's.
I'm interested in New Orleans, bro.
You go back and look at rookie tape of Blake. Blake couldn't shoot. You know what I mean?
I remember.
And Blake put a lot of.
I don't know, bro. I've seen Blake score though.
No. Now, as a rookie,
no, I'm talking about early on. I remember Blake scoring.
No, he could score. He was not a great shooter. He never was. And he worked his ass off, bro, to where he has now become a very reliable shooter, even from three. I mean, last year he shot it super well from three. I mean, 5 years ago, Blake Griffin was not shooting and taking threes. Now he's out there shooting 4, 5, 6 a game, bro. So this is the things that Zion will have to work on. I mean, that's part of the process. He's 18 years old. He's not supposed to have everything in his game right now. He's supposed to have missing links. But his athletic ability and his talent alone is worth the number one pick.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not being biased. Stop this. I don't care. I own NBA championship rings with the Lakers. Kobe wasn't missing things at 18, bro. He was
missing things.
I mean, bro, he was busting ass out the jump, though. He was really busting pro.
Nah, bro. Kobe averaged 7 points a game his rookie year, bro.
Okay, bro. I'm talking about when he got his groove real quick.
Yeah, you did. But Kobe's best skill was his work ethic, bro. That's his best. Everybody talks about everything else. His best skill was his work ethic. He was He went from averaging like 7 points a game his rookie year to like doubling it by his second year. By his third year, he was an NBA All-Star, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was
Busted
a problem.
fucking Jordan's ass.
I think he might have been his second year. He might have been an All-Star. I don't know for sure, but I think
It was his second year.
Yeah, because he played Jordan in the All-Star game, and I
And
think
they pulled him out because he was getting crazy. He was going. So, okay. Anyways, man, on some other shit. Did you think Kevin Durant was going to leave the Warriors?
I did. I knew it was. I think everybody saw it was time.
Yeah, I knew too. But I was just random question, man. All right, man. So besides the Rockets, man, what teams in the West are you looking out for? Like, who's on your like? Okay, well, we got to be careful with these cats. Like,
well, I think the Warriors are still going to be an amazing team.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. They won a championship, before obviously Kevin Durant got there, and even though Kevin Durant's the best offensive player in the NBA,
I think he's the best fucking player in the NBA.
you can make that. You can make that case too, because defensively, I have no problem if someone came up to me and was like, LeBron James is the best player in the NBA. I'd be like, okay, yeah, because he's been.
No, I would
Ben.
agree. No,
Ben. LeBron James has been the best player in the NBA for the past God knows how long, 10, 12 years. I don't even know how long it's been.
Did you just say 10, 12 years?
10 years, yes. He's been in the league since what, 2003? So I'd give him since 2010 and on. He's been the best player. 2009, 2008 and on, he's been the best player in the NBA. Yes, he has. That's a fact, bro. He's been the best player in the NBA for the past 9 to 10 years. That's undeniable.
So you're saying in 2005, 2006,
I
2007.
said for the past 10 years. It's 2019, man.
Okay, so in 2009, when we won the chip, he's better than Kobe.
Y'all won the chip in 2008 and 2010. I just said from 2010 and on, and you can make the argument, even in those years, LeBron James was still the best player.
We went back-to-back, fam.
No, you didn't win back-to-back.
Yes, we did.
No, you did not.
Yes, we did, bro. We lost 08 against the fucking Boston Celtics.
Yes. And then you won.
We did 2008, 2009, 2010.
Yes, yeah. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yes.
So 2009,
Try to tell me, bro, I know every Lakers stat.
I got confused.
Okay.
All right, 'cause
you gonna try to tell me that he was better than come, bro. Oh my God. I don't want to talk about basketball.
No. I'm not saying he's. I mean, you can. What I'm saying is, you can make the argument that yes, he was better. I think both sides. You could say Kobe was better at that time. Kobe didn't win an MVP during those years. I think the other guy who won an MVP was.
Let's just end this.
It might have been LeBron. I think he might have.
Fuck you. You know I don't like LeBron, right? You know it's like publicly known.
I don't know why.
I've got an email from the front office.
For you being such a Lakers fanboy, he's your best player on your team.
My God, we'll get into that later. I was not going to talk about basketball no more, but we're going to ask one more last question about basketball. I'm in the new NBA 2K20, and a lot of people are hating. They're pissed. They're mad. I've seen big celebrities post their shit. I've seen other people who are like very relevant in basketball. I'm an old dude. I'm a jeweler, entrepreneur. A lot of people didn't know I played college basketball, but like people see me in the game and they're hating and they're talking shit, right? And like, you know me, you ain't seen me play ball, but like, and I ain't played in 10 years. What do you think my rating should be?
I mean, based off.
Just whatever.
Here's the thing about this rating system. I'm glad you brought this up. Because
Ronnie, I'm sorry, man. Go on.
Yeah, fucking like, because the rating system is first off, it's very, I fuck with Ronnie. I love 2K. Who doesn't? That's the only game I actually play. I play pretty much. Yeah, that's
the only game I play too.
It's the only game I play.
No, I play Madden too. My bad. I play a little Madden.
But their rating system is just not. It's just not realistic, and it's not their fault. It never can be. They could do the best of their capabilities, but like
it's not realistic. Why?
Because they're always going to miss by a couple points, and like they'll rate this guy in 90 when and then this guy 87 when like in reality the guy that's 87 is a better player than 90. It's just like depending on the name and depending on the team, the situation, and you have guys. Put it this way, Ben. Point blank. Period. The guys who are making the ratings are guys who never played the game of basketball before. That's what
my problem is.
Okay, so they don't listen. They do a great job.
Ronnie, I'm sorry.
They do a great job. Ronnie and them really do. I mean, it's taken over video games. Everyone plays 2K.
Yeah.
2K is one of the most amazing games out there on the market. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a basketball guy. Yeah, that's my point. It's amazing.
Did you see what I look like on there? That's just crazy. They made me look 20 years younger.
Yeah, you look great. You look great. But the ratings are always going to be a little bit off. So
when I went to Vegas, they shot me to do the 3D, whole thing, right? When I went out there to get scanned, just randomly, it was at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Okay, whatever. I decided to walk over to get a sandwich, and who's getting a sandwich? Just take. I mean, you couldn't even guess if you tried. Okay, one of my favorite players, an amazing player, Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry, just happened to be with his wife getting a sandwich. So I'm like, wow, what the fuck you doing here, boo? I said, what are you doing here? Oh man, I just did NBA 2K. Whatever. He's like, oh, what's your rating? I was like, oh, I don't know yet. And I was like, what was your rating? And he goes, my rating was like an 80. And I was like, what? Like, big shot Bob, bro. And he's like, yeah, it is what it is. And it's cool. And he wasn't tripping. He wasn't like mad about it that like, someone else was higher. But this dude was a game winner, right?
Right.
That's why I'm asking like, okay.
But mine's a 78, bro. Mine's a 78.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
Well, first off, I don't care.
No, stop that.
I really don't, man.
Okay.
Any NBA player who really cares about their NBA rate, the only thing
Bro, you better stop. Motherfuckers care, dude.
They say they care, but they care to the extent of them just having an ego and seeing another player rated higher to them.
Nah,
it's not
dog,
like it actually burns deep in their soul.
I won't say names. I've seen dudes get at Ronnie and be like, yo, bro, what the fuck? Like,
So well, I have too. Not
Okay.
Ronnie, but I've got a Max Stoffer.
Yeah, Stoffer.
Yeah.
But
I
the thing is,
got a Mike, but in a friendly way.
if they didn't care, they would deep inside. Some of them were kind of like, "Yo, dude, how the fuck is he a 99 and I'm like an 84?" Like people care.
No. We all care because we're all competitors and we're all athletes. But I'm saying to the point to where it actually bothers us. I just couldn't see how a video game could possibly do that because again, they do a great job making it, but the guys only know so much about basketball who are doing the ratings anyway.
Right.
So they're going to do the best of their capabilities. They're going to hit or miss on some, but you can't take it personal. My rating was a 78, then it was a 76, then it'll go up to a 79. It all is relative to how you play. What's crazy is no guy should care what their rating is before the season. Care about what it's after the season.
True.
Who cares what it is? If you play well, your rating will go up, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you think you're worth, go be it.
Right.
So I'm not going to complain about my 78, 76, whatever rating
What was?
it is.
Do you know what your 3-point rating was? Do you know?
Bro, I don't care. Bro, I
Okay,
don't know
here we
about
go.
any of this stuff. Ben, I really don't.
Okay, so
With that being said, celebrity ratings are going to be scaled different. It has to be amongst you guys because you can't be
Right.
compared to NBA players. Otherwise, your rating should be like a 30.
right.
So like it has to be.
But what about Lethal Shooter? I mean, he's a fucking amazing basketball coach. He's a
Bro, Lethal Shooter's rating compared to us would be like a 40.
bro. He thinks in his caption he put and he tagged Ronnie. He goes, Ronnie, I should be a 99.
For what?
I'm sorry, for 3-pointers.
Bro, there's a lot different from. I don't know who he is. I know.
You don't know who Lethal Shooter is?
No, I know he's a shooting coach.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally.
It's really good though.
I don't know what that means. I'm not going to go at Lethal Shooter. I have nothing against Lethal Shooter. I mean,
Right.
He's a good trainer. He's a great shooter, I'm sure. His name's Lethal Shooter. I don't know what you want me to tell you right now, but there's a lot of trainers who could shoot in an open gym. There's a lot of players,
No,
celebrities.
yeah, when there's fucking a crowd, there's people in your face, there's this. I know.
Not only that, when there's someone guarding you and moving. But we're talking about the NBA here. We're not talking about. There's a reason why these guys are trainers, and then there's a reason why the guys.
He
are playing.
played in the league though, didn't he?
Who?
Lethal Shooter, didn't he play a couple? He played like 2 seasons.
Bro, where are you getting that? Where? When?
Okay, I don't know. I thought he played a couple seasons. My bad.
Man, listen, I don't know. No, look,
Who do you think is the best motherfucking NBA shooter today, right now?
Steph Curry. What are you talking about? It's not a debate. Nobody argues that. It's not even up for debate. It hasn't been for the past 5-6 years, and it's not going to be.
I've heard some debates, man.
Who?
Kevin Durant, bro. I'm being real with you, man.
Stephen Curry is the best shooter in the NBA. Point blank, period. It's done. Conversation is over with.
You've guarded him many times.
It's over with.
Have you ever had your hand in his face and just like boom, and just he just busted a shot?
He's not the hardest player to guard in the NBA, but he has the best jump shot. The hardest player to guard in the NBA is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the best offensive player, in my opinion, to ever touch a basketball.
Damn. Let's get into some fun shit, man. And this is something I've been wanting to ask since the start. But these people, the fans, the followers, are like, yo, let's talk about this NBA shit. And then, a lot of people don't know how. No, I mean, real. Listen, when me and you talk, and we at the Polo Lounge getting lunch and everything, right? You're super articulate, and you like me and you have a lot of similar hobbies.
Right.
And I think when I've heard you talk other times, kind of people are like asking you bullshit ass Mickey Mouse questions, so they don't get you to talk about. We're talking about
I told you I'm open to talk about anything, man.
but we're talking about some dope shit. So, going now to the favorite part, what I'm saying, the car shit.
Right.
And when I heard you on Mike Rappaport's podcast, I was like, oh, he understands what's going on. And I already been in the game, what I'm saying?
Right,
and everything. So why don't you tell the people, if you're comfortable, why don't you tell people what's in your stable right now?
Right now I have a 488 Pista. I have an F12 TDF.
Hold on. For you guys that don't know, the F12 TDF Ferrari is a super, super limited edition rare car. Some people say there's only 700 made in the world. Some people say 900. I don't know the official number, but this car is very fast. It is very dangerous. It is just uncontrollably fast
Yeah.
and crazy. What else?
599 GTO.
Oh my God, I forgot. Congrats on that.
Thank you, bro.
That's like finding, the Holy Grail. You got a 599 GTO, which is the car before the F12
yeah,
TDF.
The predecessor, man. Yeah,
it was a predecessor.
It was indeed. And it got the GTO badge, which had a lot of controversy at the time. But
yeah,
going 10, 12 years from now, man, that car is going to be the one.
Mind you, a lot of you people have to understand, you may think that Austin Rivers, because he has an NBA contract, there's money, and that's true to a certain extent, but there are billionaires. There are people who are much more wealthier than me and him combined, more wealthier than a lot of NBA players, and you're not going to get these cars. It's really a difficult thing. It's they make it. It's like I said before in I think episode 2 or 3, it's like a lottery system. It's a loyalty system, and Austin has gotten into I would say the secret fraternity of Ferrari now, and a couple other things. He's been very smart. I can't think of, and I interact with a lot of different NBA players from not just jewelry or whatever. Austin has gotten to a point and a level at his taste level. He understands the game now. He's not just going out there and be like, yo man, I'm about to get that motherfucking dual Aventador S, and like, cause the doors go up and whatever, and just
right.
go take $100,000 loss over.
We call that NBA rich, man.
What?
No, for real though, because people don't know better. No, seriously, like this is a topic I try to tell guys like in the league. They don't understand, especially if they're not into cars. They're not gonna understand. But like NFL, NBA, baseball players will get money and they'll go buy the newest Lamborghini or the newest Ferrari, not understanding about the track version. Limited
track
edition,
spec, yeah.
Track spec limited edition cars. They don't understand they make them every 4 or 5 years. They only make a limited amount of them. The cars that came out before us.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is there anything else in the stable you ain't mentioned yet?
I have an H1 Hummer.
H1 Hummer.
Sitting on 30s.
Sitting on 30s.
Yeah.
4Gs?
No, they're still, the tire's still thick, man. The car's raised up. The car's it's what I mean. It's like a monster, but the car is.
Trust me, I know. And you got that black badge. You got that. I'm
saving the. I got the WO edition Mulsanne. Yeah. That's a daily car, and then I have a Speciale Aperta on the way.
Oh, you got it.
I'm getting one. Yeah.
No, but you sure?
Positive. That and the Carrera GT will be my 2 next cars.
Carrera GT is real nice. I'm actually thinking about it, but like, I got fucking SF90 coming. I'm probably gonna do a Tributo. I'm gonna like do a couple other things. I got the Pista. I love that. By the way, too, one thing that we haven't done is, you see I get on these rides and we get out and we get silly, what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been on the track before?
I've not been on the track. I've never been on the track.
Is it against your contract?
I don't even know if it's I was going to say, I don't even know if I'm allowed to do that type of stuff. Although that's safer than going fast in the streets.
It's a different feeling though. Right. When you're hitting like 165 on the speedway and you have no one else to worry about, especially like we could do that. We'll do it. If you can do it, we should go do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, what is your holy grail, like, as far as cars go?
LaFerrari.
Yeah.
Holy grail, bro.
Aperta too.
It's like I could do, the Aperta was like, that's nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. But, you could, I want to be able to do it and not feel bad about doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not there yet, obviously, financially, to be able to
financially, you could get rid of everything and just have the Bentley and have that.
No, I could buy a LaFerrari. I mean, I could buy a LaFerrari, bro. Right. I mean, we know what it is, but it's just like, I'm talking about where I buy something like that and I don't feel guilty about it. I want to continue to work in my life to where down the line, I want to be able to buy that and be okay with it. Be like, yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. To where like, I'm 27 years old. I just have too much things going on in my life right now. Just tie up $3-4 million in a car. That's just not ideal. It's just,
I mean,
that's
like,
fucking
okay,
insane. Bro.
If it came down to the fact
that's a mansion in Houston, by the way.
Bro, man, that's a mansion in certain areas. Yeah, no, get it wrong. I mean, trust me, my crib costs more than a LaFerrari, but still, I get you. So, right. so like, let's say now, okay,
slight flex.
Someone decides to say, hey, Austin, I fuck with you. You my G. All right, I'm gonna give you a motherfucking new Chiron, new Bugatti Chiron. I'm going to give you a fucking Pagani, fucking Herrera, or I'm going to give you a LaFerrari. Like,
LaFerrari.
No doubt about it.
It's not even a question. There's nothing on the planet that I'd take over a LaFerrari, especially the Aperta. A LaFerrari Aperta, I'm taking that over everything.
Oh, no. I'm talking about not the Aperta.
Just the regular coupe?
Yeah.
I'm taking the regular
Bugatti,
coupe.
And the Bugatti, they're giving you all the limited edition luggage shit inside of it.
I don't care if it's fully exposed carbon, bright blue, bright red. I don't. Bro, I'm taking a LaFerrari. First off, I'm a Ferrari guy. Second, yeah, we already know what that
Red
is.
Key Gang, dog. Red Key Gang.
Second to them would be Porsche.
Shout out to my man Amir, man. Shout out to my man Amir.
Yeah, shout out to Philip.
Phil, Phil.
Shout out to Phil and Amir,
That's my
man.
dog.
The two best salesmen out there, bro.
So good, man. Beverly Hills Ferrari. When your son turns 16, what do you want to get him at his first cars?
I'm gonna do something similar to what my father did to me. I was very fortunate, obviously, as people know, to have someone who could buy me a car, like my parents could. My dad said I could get any American-made car if I got a D1 scholarship. American-made.
I mean, bro, they got fucking Hellcats, bro. It's the most dangerous car in the
within
world. Like,
within reason.
that's
I mean,
just ridiculous. I wouldn't even let a 25-year-old drive that car. It's like,
right. I mean, they didn't. I
but you can get like a Cherokee SRT.
Right. I couldn't.
Cool like
no,
that.
yeah. I ended up getting a Challenger. I had a
nice.
Challenger. I think it was the RT. I wouldn't get like a Hellcat or anything like that. My father wouldn't let that go now. But within reason, I could get any American-made car.
So that's what you want to do for your son?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's not
Get him
gonna
like a Jeep or something.
I'm not gonna let him drive a Mercedes or a Range Rover in high school. It's just not. I don't like.
I know you're young. I got 20 years on you, right? My wife thinks if I get my son an M3 or M5, I'm the stupidest person in the world.
As his first car.
Yeah, she thinks I'm crazy.
Unless he earns it, whether it's academically or sports-wise.
I just want my son to just have the best, man. It's weird. But
And so am I, bro. Like, I'm already spoiling the shit out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm even, my baby mother is always telling me, like, yo, you gotta.
she's so level-headed, bro. It's crazy.
Well,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
dude, she's amazing, man. She's that's why I love her.
I love her too. She's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
She's just a great person. Speaking of which, like when you had your baby, and we even talk about this, and like one of the things I talk about often is, even today I did an ATT commercial, and they said, what was your biggest accomplishment, your biggest success? Like, what was the biggest thing in your career that was related to Los Angeles? And I said, the birth of my first son. That changed my life and everything.
Right.
Life reset and everything. How's it being a dad?
It's the best thing that's ever happened to my life. It doesn't really change for you until the baby's actually out, because you don't have to carry it. So even when it's they have to deal with everything.
No, of course they go through hell.
So you're like, oh, I'm having a kid. Things are changing, but things don't change until like you have it and your schedule. If I want to go here, you can't really go there. Everything has to be based around him.
No, real talk.
So that was an adjustment, but overall, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, man. You can't explain the love you have for a kid. To love something more than your actual self.
It's not about you no more. It's about them.
It really is not. And every day, every 10, 20 minutes, I start thinking about him.
No, man. God bless you, man. Congrats on that too.
Thank you. Yeah, he's my everything, bro.
So to end the show out, it's just something that has been on my mind, and I'm an avid gun owner, and it just drives me crazy that these fucking idiots are out here shooting up things and whatever, and just it's like it's the AR-15. It's always these fully assault rifles, and I don't own any fully automatics and everything, but like I'm just out of curiosity, just me being nosy. Like, do you own any guns?
I don't. I don't own any guns, man.
You just never got into it.
I was into it, and I actually did own a couple.
Right.
I used to, and I got rid of them. I had a kid.
Oh, nice. When I had a kid, basically, I just had to go 17 times and look at my profession, what I do for a living.
Right.
Even though I have personal security, I had to be extra careful. But it's crazy that the carry laws in Texas is nuts. You can go.
Oh man!
You're
First
good.
off, you can't have no I tell my friends when they're down there, like if you have road rage or anything, you leave that shit at the door because everybody's carrying. So,
Everyone.
So you just never want to you bump on shoulders with somebody, just let it go, because people in Texas will you just don't know. But listen, actually, this is I'm glad you asked me this question, because this is becoming a very serious issue, and as parents, like with our kids going into middle school, and these are these ages you're seeing these kids do this at, it's so worrisome. It's so dumb to me that we're at where we're at. Yeah. Where kids can have access and going to a sporting goods store and buy an AR-15, and it's just mind-boggling if you think of that concept.
Even just the fact that kids can get drugs.
It's harder for a kid to get a fucking pack of cigarettes or a beer than it is for a kid to get an AR-15.
Especially in Los Angeles. It is fucking tough to get a pack of cigarettes and some liquor in LA. It's crazy. But yeah, you can go and get a fucking gun, and And it's I don't know, man. There was just something that was on my mind.
No,
man.
I mean you think about it, bro. Like, there's no reason for
As a
somebody
parent,
to have
you know?
an automatic gun. There's no reason.
There's no reason.
You
There's no
don't
reason.
hunt with them. You can't hunt with them. Nobody hunts with AR-15s or M16s. You don't need something like that for protection. All you need is a handgun. Okay, so the AR-15, the semi-automatic rifles, these guns need to be banned straight up, bro.
I agree.
There was a shooting in New Zealand. It happened one time. One time. They banned it immediately. This happened recently, like last summer. There was a shooting in New Zealand. Somebody did like one of those little mass shooting.
Have you ever been to Auckland before or been in New Zealand?
No, never been there.
Beautiful.
But they banned semi-automatic rifle guns. And their whole point was hunting, go grab a rifle, a normal rifle. If you want a handgun for protection for your home, go grab a handgun. That's
Grab
fine.
a shotgun. We talking about that's the best home protection.
Go do whatever you want. But the semi-automatic guns,
All the mass shootings, it's fully autos.
well, that's the only way you could do it. You can't have a mass shooting with a
But
pistol.
it's just crazy, man. I don't know. But anyways, it was
If
just
someone went to a mall with a pistol and tried to do a mass shooting, someone would tackle them.
yeah, no, for sure.
But when you're spraying 70 to 80 bullets, a second or whatever those things do.
It was just on my mind and I'm glad you feel
Bulletproof
that
vest.
way. I'm glad you feel that way. Listen, before I say goodbye to you, man, is there any shout outs you want to have? You know what I'm saying? Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Nah, not really. Shout out to my family. Shout out to the Rockets fan base. Shout out to all the people listening.
How do people find you on social media?
My Instagram is Austin J Rivers, and that's pretty much it. It's the only thing I'm trying to plug right now. Be on the lookout. I'm doing some things. I got a podcast too, going off with
Nice.
Uninterrupted.
Nice.
Your favorite, LeBron's.
I'm not
company.
fucking with them dudes.
I don't understand the hatred behind
We'll
the
get into
LeBron
that
thing.
another time off camera. How crazy, dude. One of my best friends is dating fucking Rich Paul, so that's even worse. It's just like, I can't get it rated, dude, man. It's crazy. But yo, man, in fact, you know what? Before we get out of here, it's crazy. Me and Austin have been talking about doing a show for a long time, and we have great chemistry, and we will get that. It's just both of us are busy. We got shit going on. We're gonna get that going, and
Yeah, we're trying to do something with
with the cars and everything.
Yeah,
man. We'll get
do
too
something
much
with the
detail.
cars, man.
Hey, listen,
We need to do
Austin,
something
man.
with watches too, bro. Because
That too.
I I like watches and stuff like that.
I just get scared about giving too much game about it.
Because you don't
now,
want
like,
everybody
everyone-
doing it, right?
Bro, like, listen, man.
Like Paddocks have almost been single-handedly.
Bro, I sold my boys Hulks for like $6,000, fucking regular subs dates for like, 5, 6 G's. And now the Hulks are like 17, 18. The fucking Submariners are 9, 10 grand. You can't get them anywhere. And like, I hate that I told people certain things and now it's saturated. Never in the history of Rolex, in the history of its entire existence, are they where they are right now.
Right.
You just can't get Rolex. Like David Lee, Fire Collector David Lee, he owns 3 Rolex dealerships. Bro, his cases are empty. They're fucking being so hard on people and they don't give a fuck. They don't want no discounts anymore. You just better get 25 off here and there. There's no more deals. Paddock, forget about it. They're out the door. They're just on some whole other shit. And like, I'd like to discuss the climate of that as well. And that'd be cool, man. Cars and watches, man. That'd be some dope shit. But me and you share a lot of interest in everything. And
Right. No, I mean, we both obviously are. Obviously, basketball and hip hop go hand in hand, so I'm heavy into that. Obviously, we know you're in the hip hop culture. Everybody knows that. Jewelry, watches, cars. I'm not a big jewelry guy. You never see me I'm not really big into buying diamonds and stuff like that.
Bro, tell the people, I've known you for a few years. Have I ever pressured you into buying something from me?
You never have.
Yeah.
The only thing I told you I'd ever spend money on is a ring.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, people don't realize, like, bro, I don't have the time as it is, man. Like, I literally turn down jobs on a regular basis, but I really appreciate you supporting me, man.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you're doing your thing.
Thank you
out
for
here.
coming down, bro.
Always. Thank you for having me.
That's a wrap for Austin, and I'll do the intro in a little bit. Yo, Miles, my guy, man, throw on one of them Lakey beats and let's get out of here. Something about that Lakey, like his music, it just makes me feel good, man. It puts me at ease. We gonna probably get into, I'm gonna have him do some more darker beats, you know what I'm saying, and get into some little more gangster shit once in a while when his music puts me in a good mood, and it's just funky, it's jazzy, so we're back. What else, man? Yo, man, the Dodgers won the division. So, you know, I'm hyped. I don't really go to too many games during the season. Dodgers just got fucking 100 goddamn games. It looks like it's going to be us against the Yankees and Astros for the chip. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want that revenge against the Astros because fuck Verlander. And I'm refusing to let this shit be a Buffalo Bills situation with us. But yo, a Yankees motherfucking Dodgers World Series would be just so lit. Be crazy as fuck. Tickets would be $300,000. But no, seriously, they'd be like 3-4 times the price of just higher because it's LA versus New York and it's just crazy. But then, damn, my boy Nick Turturro, I got to hear him go crazy and just fuck, man. Shit. Antonio Brown, AB, man. I feel like he can't catch a break. I don't know, man. You know what? I hope this shit is not true. I can't wish that shit on nobody. And if it isn't, fuck, man, he's pretty much done for the season. I don't think the NFL let it play. I don't know what's gonna happen. This shit sound crazy. It's 3 accusations. Like, this shit is just, man, God damn, you want to talk about some bad news. I got a feeling the dude wasn't gonna make it to the season before this even happened, you know? And I don't know, man. On some better news, the Snickers chain, man, is making its rounds. That's what it's doing. And the Snickers chain, by the way, went to its first Hungriest Player of the Week, Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown. He's a wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. He's dope, man. He did a little shout out post on Instagram and on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He shouted me out, put hashtag Ben Baller did the chain. That's fucking super dope. You want to talk about promotion and publicity? This is crazy. And we got 13 weeks left and 13 players left. This campaign is such a blessing, man. It's super dope. And I just love that I chose the right brand to partner with. Some NFL cat, he rocked a full diamond grill during the game under his wearing his helmet. You can see it through his face mask. And the Bleacher Report said it was a VVS grill designed or made by Johnny Dang. And I'm like, all right, no, it's cool. I mean, it looked like a basic grill, but I can honestly tell you that definitely wasn't a VVS grill. VVS diamonds, I highly doubt. And I'm sorry, I super highly doubt. I'd be willing to bet money that Johnny has never probably used, well, I know he hasn't used VVS's really, it's just not his thing, and I don't give a fuck what, but he's probably used VS Clarity diamonds, not VVS, just VS Clarity diamonds maybe 10, 15 times in his entire career. Mind you, this man has made maybe 1,000 grills, and I'm talking about maybe 10, maybe he's used VVS diamonds, VS 10 times maybe. Let alone, I can't imagine this guy actually buying a parcel of VVS diamonds. So it's just fucking stupid to say. But whatever, you know, it's cool. Even if the client had the money and asked for it, he didn't get it from Johnny. He didn't it's just unless you understand the jewelry game, you just didn't. And then obviously there's fucking OBJ was rocking the RM, was rocking the Mitchell Mill during the game. And, you know, cool. I don't know, I guess whatever, you know, but like, they got blown out. Like, they got ran, you know? So it's like, it's fucking stupid. Like, you know, I don't know. Anyways, man, I'm just excited to see what my Hawks do. I'm after Sacramento later today to handle some cannabis biz. And I'm about to get into the flower game. Yep, you heard that right. Ben Baller did the strain. Sac is really chill, you know? It's like a quiet ass, Sac is hella country in a way. It feels like a country. It's just, like, not even suburban. It just feels like middle America's. Just super chill though, you know? But one of the best parts about a lot of my trips this year is that I've flown out of Burbank Airport a lot. And let me tell you, LAX is super fucked up right now. It's like just a fucking nightmare. I dread going to LAX. Since a few months ago, they're doing a construction right now for some new like monorail or some kind of bridge or some shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And they're doing construction for the next few years. So good luck if you go into fucking LAX. I've even taken a flight from Burbank to SF just so I could then catch a direct flight from SF to Asia just to avoid LAX. That's how fucked up it is. All right. A couple months ago, me and my wife, we were flying to London and we got to LAX at 1 p.m. Our flight was at 4 p.m. All right, we're flying first class. We're both TSA pre-check. And I had no idea, but it was the day they began construction and they closed down Terminal 3 and Terminal 4. They closed down 2 parking terminals. They're like, within the hour that we got there, I forgot, maybe 2 hours, right? So I was like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I literally did one full revolution around LAX, and it took 45 minutes just to do that. Now, you already know how much I hate traffic, especially for anyone who follow me. You know that's the shit that I lose it on. That's why I get my anxiety. That's why I get shook. That's why I get stomach. That's where I think, I don't know, it just fucks me up when I sit in traffic, you know? So I began to panic. And again, we got there 3 hours. We were physically on LAX property at Terminal 1 where Southwest is 3 hours prior to our fucking flight. And we almost missed our flight. Okay. So, you know, I start panicking, I start tripping, and I thought about leaving our car right on the side of this one, like weird, like kind of like a pull-up lot. It was like where the lot was closed. It's like a little outside lot. And I was like, fuck this. I'm about to just leave my car here. And just something about me was like, you know what? Like, it was that important. Like, fuck the car. You know, a couple $100 and getting towed. Like, I'm not really tripping. So I said, let me just triple check. So I hit my boy up who works for Homeland Security. And he's like, nah, bro, you can't do that shit. That's like a terrorist act. And you could fuck around and get arrested or some shit. You know, like, I mean, it'd just be way more drama. And you can't abandon a car at an international airport. So anyways, man, after like, I don't know, it was like literally 2 hours. I finally, mind you, if you know where Terminal 3, if we know what Terminal, Tom Bradley Terminal is, I finally find a parking space on the top floor of Terminal 6. Okay. So me and my wife with 4 fucking big ass Ramoas run to Tom Bradley. We ran to our terminal and just barely made it in time. Like, fuck that. Not just, man, nah, fuck that. Like, I love Burbank, you know. On the whole other spectrum, I had a flight out of Burbank, and I was chilling at home, and my wife was like, hey, man, you know, I was like super relaxed, chilling. I was already packed and everything. And my wife was like, hey, babe, what time is your flight at today? And I was like, oh, no, it's like something like 11 o'clock or some shit. You know, so I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm about to leave in a little bit. Don't trip. And I checked my ticket, and the flight was actually at 9:50, okay? And I look at my watch, and it's 9:25, all right? And I freaked out because I couldn't miss this flight. Like, it was a fucking important meeting. So I jumped in my car at 9:27, and I got to Burbank Airport at 9:38. I was fucking flying. In fact, I was documenting this shit on my stories. I was driving crazy, right? I valet parked my car. That's another thing too. They got valet parking, but like that fake valet parking where dude drive. Don't do drive my car around around fucking LAX, you know, and like follow me and whatever. And the other fucking short-term parking bullshit with a shuttle. Like, that shit's all for the fucking birds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have just Ubered, but it was just a fucking nightmare. So at Burbank, you know, I valeted my car. I ran to the gate. And I got to the plane at 9:45. I made the plane. Someone was like, yo, man, we heard your name being called. You know, I guess people knew whatever. They're like, oh, we heard him saying Ben Yang, paging Ben Yang, because I'd already checked it and everything, right? And the plane was like not even full. It was like semi-full. Like there was like maybe like 30 or 40 seats open. And had the flight been full, I'd have been good. Like, I'd have been super good. But because it was like, you know, it was whatever. And plus, now they got this new thing where they're boarding, you know, a little earlier, and they're closing the gate of the plane like 15 minutes or some shit. They won't let you run your plane no more. It's just fucking, I don't know, man, it's bullshit. But bottom line is, you couldn't do that nowhere, not one airport anywhere in the fucking world except Burbank. I love Burbank Airport. I wish they had more flights. Listen, man, if I fly to New York, I'll even sacrifice going first class. I'll just buy 3 seats instead of having, you know what I'm saying? And I'll fly JetBlue on the red eye. And I'll buy 3 seats, and just for the convenience, it's just so fucking good. They got a direct, you know, 5-hour flight to New York, and it's just like, shout out to the Asian homie that works at I don't know his name, man, but Asian homie that works at Guy Fieri Grill. He's dope, man. He's always takes care of me. They got the most lit fries there, and they got good ass breakfast sandwiches and everything. And also, I don't know what her name is. The white girl that works at the bar, she's lit. I see her every single fucking week because I'm on a plane every week. In fact, today will be my 73rd flight this year, and then tomorrow's my fucking 74th, and it's just like, then I come home. This is just crazy. I'm gonna fucking really do almost 100 flights this year. It's just fucking nuts. What else? Next week I'm off to Vegas for my boy Paul. Some of y'all know him as Blue Whiskey. Now he changed his name to Popcorn Player. You know what, bro? I tell you the truth. I've known Paul a long time, and most of his adult life. He's fucking stupid because what the fuck? I don't know why the Popcorn Player. Like, bro, I might smack the shit out of him. Just every time I think of that name, it's so fucking dumb. I don't know what the fuck happened to Blue Whiskey name anyways, but Paul's one of my best friends, and he's getting married. And I don't think he's ready. I know he'll get mad, and I'm sure his fiance, who I love, be pissed. But man, Paul's still a young dude, and it's just my personal opinion. It's his bachelor party next week, and we were supposed to go to the Bahamas. And obviously, you know what's going on at the Bahamas. It's fucking terrible. Prayers out to the Bahamas. I have some friends that actually live in the Bahamas. It's a fucked up situation. So figure out how we could do some good for that soon. But yeah, we're going to Vegas, man. It's going to be fucking lit. I hate Vegas. I just always lose, and it's always just all kinds of shit. But this is my guy, and you know, I'm not, you know, he ain't getting married fucking twice, and you know, we got to just make sure. I'm trying to make sure that you know, he has a good time. You know, hopefully he get to sleep with the man. Julia, I'm fucking joking, everyone. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to Vegas next weekend, and the week after that, I'm doing press in Tokyo for the Murakami collaboration. I can't wait, man. Tokyo's going to be lit. And this Murakami collaboration is starting to get crazy. I'm starting to get these random text, emails, and calls from some powerful people. And then they're trying to gangster their way into this. And there are only 6 pieces available for sale. Remember that. I don't even know how I'm going to tell, like, my top 20 VIP clients, like, they can't get one. Like, I don't even know how to figure it out. I mean, we gonna see, right? I just may not even mention it at all, period, and just let it go, let it be natural, and see what happens. But regardless, this is fucking enormous. Like, this is such a major, God, this is just such a big project, you know. It's beyond a collector's item. This is just next level art. I don't know how often Murakami has done edition 3s before, but, like, you know, it's 2 different colors. It's we'll leak something soon to the press, you know, but man, 6 pieces total, 3 of each color, edition 3, man. This is super rare. This is Takashi Murakami's first official on the books jewelry collaboration. And I don't know, man, I'm just excited. By the way, guys, I meant to drop the K-Town Hustler series part 2 today, but sorry, I had some roadblocks. I had a crazy week that I don't really want to talk about it, but it was just like a fucking weird week, and it hit me. And I will drop it soon. It will definitely get dropped real soon. I interviewed a billionaire at Dan_M_I. Interviewed Dan. He's a Korean billionaire, and he's just barely a few years older than me. And he fucking blew my mind. We talk about some cars and shit, but he fucked me up. And again, he's only a few years older than me, but he brought up some gems when it comes to business. And which brings me to this. I want to help 250 people become millionaires in the next 2 years. And I discuss it with Dan, and he's going to help me. And this is not a joke. This ain't a gimmick, because I'm not charging anybody anything. I want to help you listening right now. I want to help you make $1 million, right? And I started thinking about, you know, just my platform and what good I can do. Instead of donating just $1 to, you know, a random homeless person at 7-Eleven or some shit, I'd rather show people how to make some money, you know, how to make money. And hopefully they can show others how to make money, you know, and they could help me make money. And that's why I'm going to pay them. And that way, you know, we keep this country working and we keep the economy healthy. Also, I can't wait to start taking down notes for this Jonas Bavakwa tribute. His birthday is next month, October 23rd. That episode is going to be epic, just because some of the craziest moments in my life, of my adult life, was with him. You know, I miss Jonas so much, man. I think about it on a regular basis. Like, what would we be doing right now? I mean, I might be fucking divorced right now, which just wouldn't be a good thing. So I couldn't trade that for, you know, my family and my kids and my wife and everything. But this might be a motherfucking 2-hour episode, 2 hour easy, like 2 hours long, maybe longer. I think that's it, y'all. Episode 11 is in the motherfucking bag. I hope you all have a blessed weekend. I will talk to y'all on Monday with the weekend wrap up. Yo, Miles, take us out of here, please.